Alright, so hello everyone. Today we're gonna learn about complex number. So if this video is helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you. So what is a complex number? So I will give you an example. For example, they give you x squared equal to 1. It's very easy, right? So x equal to 1 or x equal to minus 1. But if they give you x squared plus 1 equal to 0, so for x, so we know that x squared always greater than 0, and x squared plus 1 is greater than 0, so we cannot find x. So in this case, people come up with no idea. They define a null number, which is I. So they define I squared equal to minus 1. Alright. So I will give you a better illustration. So for example, so there is a set of complex number. So we define the set of we denote C is set of complex number. So in the complex number, we will have a set of real number, right? In a set of real number, we will have a set of rational number and a set of irrational number. So we can see a set of real number is a subset of complex number. So the complex number, for example, x equal to 1 plus 2 times I, or for example 2 minus 3i, or 3 minus 6i, there's something like this. So it's called complex number. So next one we will go through real unit and imaginary unit. So what is real unit and imaginary unit? For example, we have x equal to 3 minus 5a. So real unit is 3 and imaginary is minus 5. Okay, so how we define real and imaginary unit? So real unit is the number standing alone, and imaginary unit is the number come before I mean the coefficients of I, which is minus 5. For example, x equal to 1 minus 2i. So this one is a real number, and this one is imaginary number. So for example, I will draw a graph to let you better memorize. For example, x equal to 1 plus 1i. Okay, so we have a graph. This is real, this is imaginary. Okay, so 1. So the real number of x is 1, and the imaginary number of x is 1 too. So we have 0.11 here. For example, we have x equal to 2 minus 3i. So the real unit of x in this case is 2. So it's gonna be 2. And the imaginary unit of x in this case is minus 3. So it's gonna be minus 3. So this is the point represent x. Alright, so if x equal to -1, -1i, we will represent x in the graph. So we know that this is real number, this is imaginary number. So real number of x in this case is -1. And real number and imaginary number of x in this case is -1. So we will have this point. This point represents x. Okay, so we will go through some example. Okay, so we will simplify this expression. So how to do that? So we will distribute it. So it's going to be 4 times 4 plus 4i, right? And distribute in here we will have minus 20i, and distribute it we will have minus I times I. So it's going to be 16 plus 4i minus 20i minus 5i squared. So we will have 16 minus 16i. So this one, you know that I squared equal to -1. So it's gonna be, this one is 5, this one is 16, so it's gonna be 21 minus 69, right? So in this case, this one is real number and this one is imaginary number. Right, so we go next. Alright, so note that a plus b squared equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So in here we know we have is equal to, we will consider 1 is a and minus 7i is p. So we will like break it down into 3 terms. So it's gonna be 1 squared plus 2. What is a? A is 1. What is b? B is minus 7i plus minus 7i squared. So it's going to be 1 minus 14i and plus 49i squared. So it's going to be 1 minus 14i. So we know that I squared is -1, so it's going to be minus 49. And simplify, it's going to be minus 48 minus 14i. So this is the real and the imaginary. Okay, so go to the next one. In here we can break it down into 6 cube times I cube. So we can rewrite it as 6 cube times I squared times I. So we know that I squared equal to -1, right? So it's going to be minus 6 cube times y. So it's gonna be 216i. Alright. So in this case, this is imaginary number and 0 is real number. Okay, so write 3. Okay, so in this exercise, we have to note that a plus b, a minus b equal to a squared minus b squared. So have you learned about conjugate? Okay, so 3 plus 5i over 5 to 5. We have to simplify it in terms of ai plus b. We have to rewrite it as ai plus b. So this is a fraction. Have a denominator is 5 minus 3i. So we have to eliminate I at the bottom by multiply the top and the bottom with the conjugate of the denominator. So the conjugate of 5 minus 3i, I means the denominator. The conjugate of the denominator is 5 plus 3i. So we will type 5 plus 3i, the top and the bottom. So we will have 3 plus 7i, 5 plus 3i. This one is 5 minus 3i, 5 plus 3i. Right? So at the top, distributing, we will have 15, this one. And this one we will have plus 9i and 35i and minus 21 over. Okay, so at the bottom, we will use the note right here. So it's gonna be 5 squared minus 3i squared. So we'll simplify it as 15 minus 21 is minus 6. 9i plus 35i is gonna be 44i over this 5 squared. 5 squared 25, and this one is minus 9i squared. So it's gonna be 644i and 25. We remember that I squared equal to minus 1. Minus 1 times minus 1 is gonna be positive. So it's gonna be plus 9. And so it's 44i. 25 plus 9 is gonna be 34. Alright, so it's equal to 6 over 34. We will break down into two terms. 44i over 34. Okay, so this one is the real part and this one is the imaginary part, right? Okay, so we will go through the next one. Okay, so we got I minus 4 over 2i minus 3. We will multiply it, multiply the top and the bottom with the conjugate of the denominator. The denominator is 2i minus 3. So the conjugate of 2i minus 3 is gonna be 2i plus 3, right? Equal to I minus 4. 2i plus 3. 2i minus 3. 2i plus 3. So at the top, we distribute in. So we have 2i times I plus 3i, and distribute, we have 8i minus 12. And the bottom, we will use the note right here, not here. So it's gonna be 2i squared minus 3 squared. So I times I is gonna be I squared. So we know that I squared equal to minus 1. So it's gonna be minus 2. 3 minus a is minus 5a minus 12. And this one is 4i squared minus 9. So it will be minus 14 minus 5i. We know that I squared is minus 1. So it's going to be minus 4. Minus 4. Minus 4 and minus 9 is going to be minus 13. And we will break it down into two terms, which be 14 over 13 plus 5i over 13. So the real part is 14 over 13. And the imaginary part will be 5 over 13. Yeah, that's it. So if this video is helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.